Hi everyone, it's me Darlene, and yes, I have been buying fabric, more fabric. I bought a lot in August and September. We're not even halfway through September and I've placed 4 more orders just in September. What I am about to show you are some of the most beautiful half-yard cuts I've ever received. Now, some of these are repeats for me because they sell out every time I buy them, so I keep buying them. And I don't know if it's something you have seen in a previous unboxing, and I can't keep track of stuff like that. So you're just going to see everything I got today. But here's the deal. It never dawned on me to show you a picture that I get on the manufacturer's end. The reason I don't use their pictures for my actual sales, I have to take pictures, is because I cut these into different sizes, and I hate to show an image that makes it look like you're getting half-yard cuts when you're not. You know what I mean? Even if I say this is just to see the prints, some people will think they're getting exactly what they're seeing. Let's start with this one that I've had several times, and I don't like to unfold them. That's why I can't really show you the prints. But this one is so beautiful. This is actually Batik. I don't even have to look. I looked because I know they do Blue Horizon. But these are half-yard cuts that I get from another supplier who cuts for people like me. And let me show you the image. Very pretty, right? I hope I have all the correct images for these things. It was an afterthought. I'm going to try to save images at least for my fabric unboxings. Now this next one is also Batik. It's from their Awesome Owls line. I could not get the image. The supplier, they're sold out completely. They deleted the image, so I need to remember to grab those images when I can. But I have an image so you can see the prints a little bit better. I had done a quilt kit with these half-yard cuts. So, I don't know, maybe I'll do it again since I already have the listing ready. But it's like this. I don't know if I should be showing it this way or if it matters. And now I'll show you my image. And again, that was taken from a quilt kit. So these are 8 1/2-yard cuts. 8 half-yard cuts. Before I forget, I'm going to be showing you a panel after you see all these half-yard cuts. So stick around to see that. It's not a print I would normally buy, and I bought 7 of them. I'll be cutting one of them into 2-inch squares. That's the plan, and I'm very anxious to do that. It might end up being the next video, or it's coming. It's coming shortly after this one. I'll explain more about it when we get to that panel, so just make sure you stick around until the end. Okay, this next one I'm pretty sure you saw in a previous unboxing, and I'm buying multiple of these. I'm just showing you the one. It's got a nice watercolor look. I really love it. I don't remember if I sold it as half-yard cuts or not. I might have cut them down, but I'll show you the image. Pretty, pretty. Now this one, when I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is a batik too. But it's not. But it looks very batikish. I have 3 batiks coming up in just a bit. Just love it. I know my peeps are going to go crazy over this because blue is, I'm pretty sure, by far my best seller. Purple's a close second. Here's the image. Kind of goes with my glasses. Trying to keep these in order so it makes matching them up to the pictures easier. I've never had this one. It's just beautiful marbled shit going on. Look at that. I love the colors. Here's the image. Pretty cool. Here are the few batiks that I was able to get. Robert Kaufman. Another one to go with my glasses. Blues, and I see a purple right there, and I think there'll be some purple in that one. Here's the image. And I do want my exclusive shoppers to remember that I don't know exactly which sale these will show up in, and I never know what size they will be. These actually do pretty well if I sell them just as the half-yard cuts. So maybe I'll start it that way, and then if they don't sell, I can cut them down to something else. But again, no guarantees. It all depends on what I feel like doing. Here's another batch of batiks in lighter, brighter colors. I like this. And I do have some batiks coming from somewhere else. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Choice Fabrics is where I normally get my batiks. And they got a shipment, but they don't have them up for grabs yet. And when they do, it'll be bolts, and I don't take entire bolts. Their bolts are big, 15, 16 yards. So I have to wait until they offer them in fat quarters. Back to these. Looks like sherbet. Here's the image. Although I've never seen like aqua sherbet. I do see yellow. I don't know. Do you get yellow sherbet? My mother used to love sherbet. I was never a fan of sherbet. Anyway, I would eat it if I had to, but it's very sour. I would have preferred ice cream. All right, off track here. Let's just say I like these. Here's another one in the blues and a little bit of purple in this guy and in this guy up here. That's it for batiks in this haul. We're getting there. Hang with me. I know I've had this one before, and I've probably had some of these other ones before, but not as half-yard cuts. I don't know. You think I'm going to remember? I really like this one, and it's, you know, a good one for the more conservative shoppers who don't like wild and wacky and don't care for batiks and all that stuff. And now we immediately jump back to wild and wacky. Oh, look at the colors. I wish I could do stuff with every single fabric I buy, but I just can't. Okay, this is the last of the half-yard cuts, and then I'll be showing you the panel. And I know I've had this one. I think I did a quilt kit with this one too. And I just thought maybe some people would like it not as a quilt kit, so I bought some more like this. I am trying to save some of these as a fat quarter, and then I can take those fat quarters, like if I have 100 different prints. I don't think I'll wait that long, but then I'll cut them to like fat 16ths or something like that. So I do have to, you know, save some things so that I can have the smaller cuts, but a big variety. Love doing stuff like that. Okay, it's time for the panel. We are up to the panel, and I'm very excited about it. It's a panel that is not up my alley. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not something that I would buy. It's the Statue of Liberty, but it's different squares on the panel. I'm explaining just a little bit. And when I looked at those squares, I was like, if I cut those squares into 2-inch squares, you're going to see just bits and pieces of the Statue of Liberty head, and it's not going to read as Statue of Liberty. It's just going to make some awesome 2-inch squares that are going to be all different. I'm going to just take the camera and show you, and the, I'll show you a little bit like that. See? And when you cut that, you're going to get just bits and pieces, and there's different colors. I don't know if they repeat or not, but okay, let's look. I'm not on a flat surface because I need to put all those half-yard cuts away. But there's 8 of these squares per panel, and I can definitely get 4 across and 4 tall for 2-inch squares. There'll be some scraps, but that's okay. So I'll be able to get 16 2-inch squares out of each of these. So there's a yellow, and there's a green background, purple background, and kind of a reddish, orangish-y kind of background. And then there's this green, and this blue, and this kind of reddish, and then another one kind of orangish. But I don't think that there's any two alike. So here's what I'm saying. If I cut 2-inch squares, look, from this stuff, it's just going to look like swirled things. And if it's here, you know, it's just going to look like some red with a piece of black going through it. It's going to be awesome, I do believe. So make sure you watch for that video, which will be coming out shortly after this one. So excited. I'm so anxious to cut a panel, and I will have 6 for sale. So when I cut that, the squares that I cut will be on eBay as an auction that starts at 1 penny with free shipping. And then I will have the other panels for sale, probably on my blog. I might do my blog for that one. If not, it would be on eBay. And so I really want to do this. I'm going to try really hard to do it tomorrow. So the day after this is uploaded. Don't hold me to that because things can happen, but I am just really anxious to cut those little squares and see how they turn out. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for now. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye!